Hey, Restore Church. Seems like most of these that I seem to be doing are wearing my worst clothes. This is my lawn mowing yard work outfit, or painting clearly as well. And I'm going to try and mow the lawn here. This mower's been giving me some trouble, so we'll see what happens. You know what? I think I know what it is. Let's give that a shot. Sweet. So we got the lawnmower to run, and that whole process reminded me of something that I want to talk about. And here I am in our little shed. This is a shed designed by Deb off a Pinterest plan and an idea she had in her brain. And the kids, all of them, Katie, Calvin, Henry, George, we all worked together and built it. Kind of learned as we went. There's no right angles anywhere in here, but we did it as we went along. And if you're like me, once I start something, if I'm not really good at it, I kind of don't want to do it anymore. If it doesn't work out the first time, I don't want to do it. And oftentimes we're called to do something or to stay with something that maybe didn't work out great the first time. And sometimes it's because we're not coachable. Sometimes we need more advice. Sometimes we need more persistence. Sometimes we need more skill. But oftentimes we need the Holy Spirit. We need God. We need to follow Jesus. And it reminded me of the story of when Jesus is going around at the beginning of his ministry and he's meeting his disciples. And he invites Peter in, and he goes to Peter. And this is in actually in Luke, where are we at? Luke 11 or Luke 5. Sorry, in the first beginning, and it says Jesus is talking to the crowds, and he steps into his boat. He goes, stepping into one of the boats, Jesus asked Simon, its owner, Peter, to push it out into the water, and he sat in the boat and taught the crowd from there. And when he'd finished speaking, he said to Simon, go out where it's deeper and let down your nets and catch some fish. Master, Simon replied, we worked hard all last night and didn't catch a thing. But if you say so, I'll let down the nets again. And this time they let down their nets, and they were so full of fish, they began to tear. I love that. They were fishermen. They knew what they were doing, and they had tried it. And Jesus says, go try it again. And I love Simon's answer. It'd be kind of like mine. Look, we've been trying it. There's no fish here. And Jesus says, give it another shot. And they listen to Jesus. They let down the nets, and they pull them up with this miraculous, huge load of fish, so much that it's tearing the nets. Just like with the mower, I tried all that stuff. I've replaced the gas, changed the spark plug, and all it took, I forgot, was to prime the pump. You got to have that step for it to work. And sometimes we do all the stuff. We work hard, we're persistent, we're coached, we train, we learn. But what we really need is for the Holy Spirit to empower us to prime the pump and make our works worth it. When we talked about our gifts, if they're not empowered and enabled by the Holy Spirit, by Jesus, by love, they're not going to produce the fruit that we want. So next time your lawnmower doesn't start, or next time you do something and it doesn't work out the first time, remember, if we add Jesus, if we follow the motive of love that comes from Jesus, enabled and empowered by Jesus, we can do great things. And sometimes even get your lawn mowed. Thanks. We'll see you soon.